All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also will well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Just want to do a quick lesson, all right, going into prophecy, all right. And I got an article, all right, and it's pretty much speaking about the end, of the dollar, because that's what we're in right now. We're at the end, of the physical dollar. All right, the elites, their plan is to crash the dollar and to raise up the digital dollar. Okay, and this is all according to prophecy because the MOTB, the mark of the beast, okay, is what's going to come. All right, with that digital currency. All right, and this is all the elites plan, but it's written in the scriptures. All right, and right now we're experiencing inflation, okay, food shortages, and this is all a result of the dollar being weakened on a global scale. And in return, that's going to collapse the society and, you know, uh, cause pretty much the purge in martial law. All right. So let me get this article real quick and just hit the point. I don't want to drag it out too long. This is the title. It says how Russia rescued the rubble. All right, and Russia pretty much they're not dealing with the U.S. dollar no more. Okay, at one point they had to deal with the dollar, but now, times has changed. Okay, and the dollar is being devalued more by more. So it says Russia said last week that it wants the European countries that buy its natural gas to make their payments in rubles rather than dollars or euros. All right, so Russia ain't dealing with the dollar no more. The dollar's through, man. All right, and that's going to again how it's going to pertain to America. It's going to collapse Babylon the Great, man. That's why we're experiencing again inflation, all right, and food shortages. And this is further weakening that Russia ain't dealing with it. Okay, so it says a month ago that might have seemed like a pretty good deal. The ruble was down 40% at 139 rubles to the dollar in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Since that low point in March 7, however, the Russian ruble has staged a dramatic recovery. At the time of this writing, it was traded at 84 to the dollar, which is right back where it was at the time of the invasion. And this is no dead cat bounce. It's a sharp and sustained recovery that made the ruble the world's top performing currency in March. All right. So now these European sanctions, these Europeans, they have to use the Russian currency now. All right. And when you read down, they tell you that America put sanctions so that these European nations are not supposed to deal with Russia. All right. But now these European sanctions are dependent on Russia. So even though, they're pretty much going against what America wants them to do, man. All right, and that's prophecy in itself because it tell you, that these nations are going to turn on America, man. All right, that the Ten Horns, which represents the EU, all right, is going to turn on America. So you see the beginning of that. They're pretty much going to join forces, all right, with Russia. So I'm gonna jump down and get that point real quick. It says, I'm going to jump down where it says the sanctions are designed to restrict Russia's ability to acquire foreign currency, dollars and euros in particular. But several European countries continue to buy Russian gas because they have become so dependent on it and because they are not enough alternative suppliers to meet demand. All right. So these Europeans, they still got to continue to do business with Russia, despite what America's talking about with those sanctions, because they depend on Russia. And now Russia's like, if you want to do business with us, you got to use the ruble instead of U.S. dollars. You got to use our currency. And what is that doing? That's weakening the dollar even more. All right. So what that means for America is that America is going to get worse. All right. We're about to enter into a time of Jacob's trouble. Let me get that real quick. is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. Yeah, because America has never seen, any type of hell, like any type of third world country hell. All right. But this right here is going to be something new for America. All right. This collapse. Okay. And it's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, a time like no other. Because what the Lord is about to do in the great day of his judgment, when he brings Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, and ultimately World War III, to shoot those missiles on America, all right, which America would be the lake of fire, all right, and that is going to be the greatest, judgment, all right, in the history of mankind, all right. It's going to top all the major atrocities that happened in history, all right. Is what's going to take place in our time now. All right. In America, this collapse is going to lead to, martial law troops. The Lord is going to send more pestilence, more diseases. All right. It's going to be a famine. All right. To where people is going to be dropping dead. All right. It's going to be a time like no other. But it says, Jeremiah 30:7, it says, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, a small remnant. Because only the elect is going to be allotted to be delivered. Okay, only the elect, is going to take heed, to the warnings of the prophets, okay, that are out there, warning, all right, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai of the times to come. All right. So let me get another precept. All right, this is Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yet now is the time to remember the Creator. All right, in your youth. All right, while you still have the ability, to. All right, because hey, man, this thing is about to go down, man. All right, and the Lord wants us to seek Him, so that the Lord could build our mind up, all right, and to build our spirit up ultimately. Because the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength is salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, all right. The Lord wants us to see the pending judgment, okay, according to Habakkuk 2, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So right now we're in a time where the prophecies are speaking. Okay, so we gotta seek the Lord now, so that Lord's will, we have a better fighting chance, of standing in that day. So I'm gonna continue to read. It says, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. There's gonna come a time where it's not gonna be the time to get built up, So now is the time. Now is that grace period, It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Yeah, that's symbolic for when the Lord causes the famine of the word. The Lord has this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, taken away from being accessible. All right. The internet's going to be shut down. You're not going to be able to watch videos. All right. And the Lord is going to cause his servants, all right, to stop going out on the highways and hedges. All right. Because it's going to get crazy. Because once the Lord stops speaking through his prophets, all right, then the next thing to come is the judgment. All right. And in America, the dollar is going to collapse. All right. And it's going to turn into the forever purge. All right. And Esau is going to use that opportunity to try to roll out the new beast system, the RFID microchip. Okay. And then when people take that chip, and Esau thinks he's about to fill his belly, that's when World War III is going to be at its peak. And all these nations, including America's own allies, is going to shoot their missiles on America, man. All right. And our Lord, Yahweh Shai, is going to return with the angels and deliver the elect while the missiles is coming down on America. All right. So this is what this is all leading to. All right. It's leading to the day of the Lord, where the Lord is going to return and also bring judgment. So I'm going to continue to read. It says, Verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. All right, so hey, that represents the jobs. All right, there's gonna be no work because the dollar is gonna collapse. All right, the food trucks is gonna stop coming in. Okay, you're not gonna be able to go to the grocery store. All right, because the grocery store is gonna be through. All right, the dollar is gonna be through, and whatever is still running. All right, they're gonna have no type of products. The food trucks is gonna stop coming in. All right, food is gonna stop being harvested. Salakia. All right, like the greens are those that have farms and stuff. All right, that's gonna be shut down. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, and also there's gonna be no more folly. All right, the internet, all that, playing and that Jake is doing 2/3. All right, and the rest of the world on the internet, that folly, these different apps and these different, trending dances and all that stuff is going to be done out the window. The entertainment, the music, all right, the bread and circus, all right, all that's, and people's going to have to be forced to face, all right, the harsh calamities of the Lord's judgments. All right, this is the time that we're approaching. All that's going to be out the window. It's going to be brought low. Okay. Let me see. Let me get Zephaniah, because it speaks about the day of the Lord. Zephaniah chapter 1. And I'm going to start at 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. All right. And we understand that that day is hasting greatly because the prophecies is being made manifest. All right. The vision that is written for appointed time, all right, is now speaking. All right. It's speaking louder than ever. All right. So that's how we know that day is near. It says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. All right. Yeah, these mighty men out here, all right, and these men of Babylon, they're going to be as women in that day. Why? Because their foundation is not Yahweh Shai. Okay. The only ones that's going to be able to have a stable mind, again, is those that are seeking out the Lord 10 times more. All right. That have the fear of Yahweh Shai, which is the beginning of wisdom. All right. And that in return, that's going to keep, the elect mind stable. All right. In these catastrophic times that we're in. So I'm going to continue to read. It says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. And wrath, hey, that's the wrath of Yahweh Shai. All right. That's why the Lord, said that, go out and slay old, young, old maids and little children. All right. But come not near those that have the mark, which represents, the Tuwah, the exemption from judgment. Okay. So the Lord's wrath is finna be kindled upon these Babylonians, and the Lord is not going to spare. It says a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men. All right. And these people, all right, wicked people, including 2/3 of Israel, they're going to be walking as blind men. They're not going to know what to do in that time. All right. People is going to be losing their minds. All right. That's why I tell you the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. All right. They're going to be walking as blind men. It says neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them. It's like y'all jump down. Verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. All right. So that's how many bodies is going to be on America when the Lord opens up with his plagues. All right. The famine, the pestilence, the disease. All right. The collapsing of a society, the Lord releasing his sword, which is Esau Edom, in the form of those martial law troops. All right. it's going to be a normal thing to walk over dead bodies like dung. All right. Verse 18, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. So money is not going to be able to buy you out of the way of judgment, okay, from the Lord. The only thing that the Lord is going to cash in is those spiritual treasures that the elect is building up, all right, through their faith and works. All right. That's why the elect is going to have that, hedge of protection, okay, because they fear Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And the Lord, is going to be with his servants, even though the Lord is going to test them, his servants too. All right. But the rest of these people, they're through. All right. I'm going to continue to read. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. All right. So the Lord is the one orchestrating, these different skirmishes with America on a global scale, and Russia and China, because this is the Lord stirring up World War III. All right, and weakening America, Babylon the Great, and eventually, these people in the earth, they, mainly in America, they're gonna receive the MOTB. All right, and the judgment for receiving the MOTB is the lake of fire. All right, and that's the wrath of the Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna read that again. It says, "But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy." Yeah, one part of America to the other part. All right, it's gonna be engulfed in that fire. All right. It says, "For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land." Yeah, no. If you're not part of the elect, you're not gonna make it out of that nuclear fire, and that's even if you live long enough to make it up to that point. All right, because a lot of people's gonna die, in the midst of Jacob's trouble before the missiles hit. Okay, so the Lord, he's gonna make a speedy riddance of America. That's what everything is leading to. Okay, to tell you that I believe in 1 hour America is gonna be destroyed with those missiles, man. All right, so hey, man, we're close in prophecy, man, and it's only gonna get worse. All right, the inflation is gonna get to a point where this place is just gonna utterly be broken, and what that's gonna do to these average people is gonna make them go crazy. It's gonna make them, be desperate, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So with that being said, I pray this lesson is edifying. I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also will well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and Abba Babah.